So then day 2 comes. So once all those, smoke settles up to day 1, and you have that feeling, oh man, we got to do this all again tomorrow. How is that?
Saturday morning is a completely different game because everybody starts showing up early. You guys know what archers are like. If you've got a 10 o'clock shoot, people are showing up at 7:30, 8 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not a lot different. One of our biggest hurdles, I'll just step on for a second, is we run this in February every year, and we are a snow day like today away from not many people being able to show up.
You're listening to the Letdown podcast.
It's like buck fever.
One shot at a time.
That's a big part.
Let Misha get warmed up.
What's up,
Hey,
Misha?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Good.
Have you met Misha, Chris?
Briefly, but not really. Yes, I've seen him at. Did I see you at Elmira?
Yep.
Shoot.
I believe so, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He was very
Yeah.
upset with the score. Still is.
Me?
I'm
Only
only
a
upset
little
with my
bit.
score, so it doesn't really matter. So don't take it too personally. Are you guys shooting any indoor tournaments this year? Aside from the boob shoot?
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not a big paper guy.
You weren't on here last time I was on here, so yes.
No. Yeah, I missed that one.
That's okay.
Josh Webb tried to. Don't worry, he tried.
They tried to get me into it, but
So
it's not my cup of tea.
I'm shooting. Was it IFAA provincials this weekend? So on
Nice.
Sunday at Calumet.
Good luck.
Yeah,
You're gonna take it.
we'll see if some of the stuff Josh is helping me with is gonna work.
Good.
If not, I'm just gonna quit Arches Calumet and never see him again. I'm too embarrassed. Too embarrassed to come back here. Your coaching sucks. I gotta go.
I don't know. I'm hitting yellow again. So, and in the center. So everything
That's
that
good.
Josh told me to do about everything that I was doing, I think is working.
Josh
Maybe.
can lay a score down.
Yes, he
can. Yeah.
Yep.
He definitely can, and it doesn't matter if it's 3D or target or field or outdoor target.
Well, when I went to
the funniest thing at League last night, Daniela's got a pout on her face. She's like, "Oh, I scored a 46. 46x is 300." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, I hate when that happens. And then Josh is also shaking his head, and she's like, "Oh, he can just shut up because right now he's shooting like 55 X's." And I'm like, out of 60. I'm like, okay.
On a 5 spot.
On the 5 spot, yeah.
The highest I've ever shot at a tournament was 58
Wow.
in
shit.
bow hunter class.
Wow.
Yeah, bow
Wow.
hunter.
First stabilizer fixed pin.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good score.
Those days are long gone, though. They're very gone.
Yeah, I might have to accept that those days will never come for me. So, given my age, but we'll see what happens.
And then you look at guys like Dave Barnsdale or Dee Martrillis that won Vegas when they were over. Well, Dietmar was over 50, and Dave I think was over 70s.
Wow.
Yeah, indoors is a different thing, right? Because it's there it is. There's the target,
and it's warm.
Generally,
Yeah. And no wind.
you guys didn't shoot at the Archers of Calvin when that outside wall wasn't insulated and there'd be frost on it.
Oh my God, yeah.
Way back in the day, it was nasty to shoot there, and they always put the compound guys over and gals over there because they kept the recurve people warm and us compound people cold.
And now the compound people are overheated, and the
Yes.
recurve guys are nice and comfortable.
Yes.
Because those radiant heaters in there, they get really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of recurve, I went to Shooter's Choice and I saw Dylan there.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
he was shooting.
Oh, good. Yeah, he's getting ready for Lancaster.
Yeah, he was there on Tuesday shooting.
Yeah, I'm hoping he does well. He's going out with a couple of buddies, so they're going out a couple of recurve guys, a couple of Barago. I think it's Brian Setchell, and I don't remember the other guy they're going with, but they're going together. They're going to stay down there. It's a blast if you can go. Like I went with my family last year, and we had a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around, what is it called, Spooky Nook or whatever, and then going to Lancaster to practice. And you look over your left and your right, and you're like, oh, that's like Paige Pierce practicing at the same time I'm practicing, or it's whoever, right? And it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. So
way back when I used to shoot it, and it was at the shop, at the shop in the shooting center, you shot with everybody. Like the pros shot with the Joes, and yeah, there was really not much difference. Dave Cousin was to my left, and D Starnes and I were sharing a butt, and
Okay.
yeah, we're just shooting.
Yeah, well, I had one guy, the one guy that was so we had four people. It's four people a butt. Two of them are pros, with both Hoyt pros. I don't remember their names. But and then the other guy the one guy was he was a executive at an archery club in the States. So we talked a little bit about running a club and what have you. And it's a lot different down there than it is here. He has so many members. I'm like, wow, I wish
Oh,
I
yeah.
had that many members. So, or maybe I don't. I don't know. You know,
You know what? It's still the same 3% that helped.
yeah,
5%
it's true.
that
It's
helped.
very true.
And
Very true.
Mechanicsburg Sportsman, right, everybody on the volunteer range was older than me. Like
Okay.
everybody that was volunteering there were older than me.
Yeah.
So there's the retired guys, and they have, I forget how many members they have, but I believe it's north of 2,000 members.
Wow.
So,
We're pretty lucky. Like at Royal City, we're pretty lucky. We have a good group of volunteers, a lot of young guys. People my age who are, got a couple of dads there that come out. It's pretty good. I'm impressed. Like whenever I make a call out, I get. My problem is the opposite problem most people have. I have too many volunteers. I'm like, I don't know what you're going to do when you're there, but you can enjoy a burger after and hang out. And if someone
yeah,
bangs a finger or whatever, you can take over for them. So
yeah, and it's good too when if it's organized as what needs to get done, and it's not just a free for all, then it makes a big difference, and the volunteers don't mind coming back.
right,
They like to have, tell us what to do and then leave us alone, and away they
yeah,
go.
yeah.
I always found that.
So let's get into it. We have Chris Priester back. We're going to be talking about the breast cancer shoot that's going to occur February 6th and 7th. Correct. Right. And you can
Friday
sign up
night
for that online.
and or Saturday. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So you can shoot either Friday or Saturday, and it's kind of a shoot up, right? You kind of at the end.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the top 16 males advance to the final, and all the top 16 women advance to the finals, and then they shoot their way up. So number 1 shoots against number 16, and number 2 shoots against number 15, and they just keep going up. And it's run very similar to Lancaster. We stole the scoring and format basically directly from them, that your scores keep accumulating as you're going along. So, at the end when you're down to, the last 8 or even the last 4, you're still number 1 against number 4. And sorry, that's not correct. Number 4 against number 3, and then the winner of that shoots against number 2, and the winner of that shoots against number 1. So the worst that the top seeded person could do would be second.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do shoot up that style, same as Lancaster does.
Okay. So, and I know we had you on before. We talked about all the stats and what have you about breast cancer shoot, how much money you guys make, etc. I kind of just want to stay, for lack of a better term, in the feelies, I guess, kind of
Yeah.
what the days are like. Do you want to, if you don't mind, just walking us through day one for you? Like, what does that involve? What does that entail?
Well, similar to you, and I was just looking it up, by the way, because I have it right here. And our Grand River Hospital sent us a plaque, and since 2013, we're at $132,863.
Wow.
Yeah, so just over $10,000 a year. The shoot, we've been doing it a very long time now. This is year 20 for us, so we're pretty impressed that it's been going along that long. And the first year was when we talked before, there was a lot of different clubs involved and different people involved. And then the second year when we ran it, we just ran it basically out of Shooter's Choice, out of the Colby Archery Club, and it's gone from there. When we get there Thursday, when we get there Friday, as soon as I can get there after work, the lion's share of the moving of stuff is done.
Wow. Okay.
James and Trevor and all the guys at the Shooter's Choice, the carpets are being vacuumed, the couches are getting moved out, and they get stuffed into offices at the shop. So the offices are basically not usable for that weekend. The meeting room gets set up for tables. and it all goes very smoothly. We got, Friday night, we generally have Gilles comes up and he runs the lines. Um, and the Friday night line, actually, let me go back to the organizing, setting stuff up. We show up with hundreds of pink balloons. I'm in this pink shirt tonight, promoting it. Excuse me. There is a lot of pink at this place. Everything from one moment.
Whoever's playing the piano is very good.
Yes, that was my wife's alarm going off. So let's go back to that. When we get there Friday night, Friday afternoon, it's kind of all hands on deck, and we get things moved around, cleaned up. They do everything from move the shelf that's generally in the shop. They take it off the wall. We bring out some chairs that people can sit in if they need to. Yeah, everything starts happening pretty quick. We also take over the gun range, and that happened out of necessity, probably 15 or 6, maybe 17 years ago. We just ran out of space. We couldn't accommodate everyone. So now we take over the gun range downstairs, and that's a favorite place for a lot of people to shoot. A lot of the top guys and gals really like to be down there. They like the lighting down there. They like that it's cool down there. And yeah, they just get in there and pound their arrows away. So we have portable target stands that we've made, and we use warthog targets down there. But as we're going along Friday night, we get people. Friday night is very open. People that don't generally like to shoot in front of crowds or around a bunch of people, or we've had everything from Grand River Hospital surgeons and doctors come and shoot on the Friday night, and
Really?
just kind of have friendly wagers with each other. They'll come and shoot on the Friday night. We have, I mentioned it before, we have a group quite often from Woodstock that show up, and they shoot Friday night, and they shoot their crossbows, or they shoot their trad bows, or their compounds, or whatever. And they quite often come like to come on Friday night and support us, and you know do some donating, buy some raffle tickets and what have you. But they generally don't show up on the Saturday when it's crowded and busy in there. So we get a lot of people that come on the Friday night, and it's a very open line on the Friday night. You show up, shoot a couple warm ups, and then here's your scorecard to go at it, have at it. So we're doing that. So while they're doing that, then Gilles running the line. We're setting up tables in the meeting room. We're making sure everything is streamers on everything and balloons on everything on the gun range and on the archery range. Sean brings in all his heating pans for the dinner or for the lunch on Saturday. Sean from Wild Boar Food Truck, and Sean works at the shop, as you guys probably know.
Yeah, and it's a great spread. He puts
It's
on
a great spread.
Yeah,
It's usually his mac and cheese, his signature mac and cheese with his pulled beef, and a coleslaw or something. And we're in there, and we're setting up coolers with ice and soft drinks and waters and stuff like that. So it's just a busy time, but it doesn't feel rushed anymore. There was a time where it felt rushed, but now everybody knows. Like I said, we get there and expect to do all the work, and James and his group and his guys have everything cleaned out and ready to go. Like it's tidy and vacuumed and good that way. And I can't thank James and Trevor and Dan and Donna that own Shooter's Choice enough for that. They're paying their employees to do that, and it's huge to us that we get
Yeah.
to use that facility for free. So
Yeah.
they donate that entirely to us, and you can't put a price on that.
No, and totally amazing group too. Like I know we've worked with them in the past. This year to do like a beginner shoot, and just they show up, they set
Mhm.
things up. It was just James, but he set up a whole booth.
Mhm.
Um, helped us with setting up people with bows, and
I was
yeah.
away. He asked me to come and help, and I was away in Scotland, so I couldn't show up. But
They're fantastic. Trevor, all of those guys there. Like I've got nothing. The guys in the gun room, like I go down there once in a while to talk to them too. And I haven't found a guy there that I couldn't talk to or whatever. So
For sure.
They've put together really good groups.
For
And
sure.
like you said, like all the stuff, like people don't realize like all the furniture they have to move. They got to unbolt the shelf out of the range so you have some room on the line and that sort of thing. And it's not. It's a full day of work for someone to set it all up.
For sure. And
before it gets
I
going.
want to put a thank you out to all the Colby Shooting Club members. They give up their range that weekend.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They're
That's true.
that Saturday. There's no gun range. The gun guys, it's gone. It's closed. The archery range is closed. So anybody that wants to come in and do some practice or just use their membership, they give it up for that weekend. And we appreciate their patience and what have you, that we get to use the facilities
Yeah.
that we get. We tried to make it a little bigger this year. We tried to change it up this year, and we couldn't seal the deal on a warehouse. We were trying to get a warehouse and being able to do some 3D and some paper targets. We just couldn't get it together, so it didn't work out. We would love to try and do that in the future, but again, it all not all, but most of it relies on zero cost. With the beef is donated for our dinner,
Wow.
for our lunch. Sean only charges us for the price of the product that he buys. He doesn't charge for
wow.
his time. He doesn't charge for any of that. And when we talked to Trevor from Grand River Hospital or Waterloo Regional Health Network, let me get that correct. They've changed their names a little bit. And Zoe, it blows their mind that we run this shoot. We raise over $10,000, and we have less than $200 in costs.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So we
amazing.
have it's so much good comes from that, and it just shows you the support. And we've talked about this, and you guys have all seen it with archery. The support is there, and it's staggering sometimes what shows up.
Yeah. So just before day one, like the week before. So I'll share how I feel when I run a tournament. I always think, nobody's going to show up to this, and I get nervous or whatever. Do you still get that, or I know that
A
it's the
little bit.
success of this?
A little bit, yes. I can remember a few years ago we didn't have many prizes. And to be honest with you, prizes are being very hard to get a hold of. Back in the day, it was pretty easy, and now it's getting more difficult and more difficult with you know with large corporations buying a lot of these archery businesses. It's getting more challenging. Um, and I remember one time Rachel Ray, she says to me, "Is like, I don't think we have many prizes." I'm like, "They don't come here for the prizes. Everybody comes here with a set amount of money that they're going to spend, and they're going to, donate what they can and whatever." And it was one of our best years. Um, and we learned that we need to stop worrying about that. Let the people come. Again, we have some great sponsors. Vortex has been amazing over the years,
yeah.
and Pure Archery Group, Excalibur, and Bowtech, and all their group of companies. They've been excellent over the years. Some things have changed over there. There's some stuff that we don't get anymore, and it cuts into our bottom line a little bit, but the enthusiasm is still there by the archers, and they're the people that show up. They're the people that bring their money. They're the people that shake down their friends and their relatives to, for anything they can and bring it to donate it. So, but the week before, again, we've been doing it long enough. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, there's some running around. I know I'm going to have to dig into Dan's barn to get the archery butts and the stands out, things like that, that we just don't have room to store most of the time. Little stuff like that. But yeah, it unfolds itself. It really
Awesome.
does. And the Tuesday and Wednesday night, not everybody knows this. We take the shoot seriously, and we also have a lot of fun with it. But some of the regulars, like myself, Rachel, Andrew, Jill, we shoot our breast cancer shoot scores. We usually shoot them on the Tuesday or the Wednesday of our league night. So we shoot our league score and we shoot that score at the same time. That just frees up us at the shoot. Everybody still donates their $20 for their entrance fee, and that just clears things up a little bit for the four of us to be able to put out fires and help people out. So
Awesome.
Nice.
So then day two comes. So once all the smoke settles up to day one, and you have that feeling, oh man, we got to do this all again tomorrow. How is that?
Saturday morning is a completely different game, because everybody starts showing up early. You guys know what archers are like. If you've got a 10 o'clock shoot, people are showing up at 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not a lot different. One of our biggest hurdles, I'll just step on for a second, is we run this in February every year, and we are a snow day like today away from not many people being able to show up. And that's always in the back of our mind. That's always one of those, I hope we get good weather, because we have people that come from, as you know, from all over, from Windsor to Buffalo to Kingston to North Bay. It's one of those things we can't control. So, it's always a challenge for that. But Saturday morning, we're usually there early. I usually get there first. And by first, I mean right after George, because George is always earlier than me and I can't beat him no matter how hard I try. We get the place unlocked. We make sure everything's good. We make sure all the targets are available, that the coolers are up and available, and that there's people there when people start showing up. Rachel and Andrew get there, and Rachel generally runs the donation table, her and a volunteer or two. So she makes sure she's got all her tickets, all her stuff laid out, all her raffle prizes, all that. And then we fill up the meeting room with our raffle prizes and draw prizes and silent auction stuff. And then people start showing up. And I believe the first time is 9:45. I haven't even looked at it. We're talking about it on Tuesday night. I'm like, what time does the first line show up? And yeah, it's right around 10, and the second line's right around 12 or 12:30. So we have all of that available on to register right now. So yeah,
Awesome.
Saturday morning is it's busy, and then people just start flowing in, and the people first thing in the morning are there, and they want to do some practice ends and what have you, and we're very open for all that. So there's always something.
So day 2 starts. No, I've been to the shoot. It gets pretty competitive. I would say. I know people are
Absolutely.
having fun, but there's a lot of guys who show up. They're really good shooters, and the last couple of years, it's like a lot of the tournaments we have. It's it's the same people up at the top, but people, and there's people who are gracious, and they're like, oh, they want someone else to try it, right? To try to shoot. So I think Danielle did that last year. She kind
She
of stepped
definitely
down.
did, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
for Madison.
like, what a sweetheart. Like, really, like, seriously, to give
Yeah,
someone else another
she's won it
shot
a
at
few
it.
times, and yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So,
Quite often Ray will look at me and go, by the way, you're not shooting. I just raffled off your spot for $20 extra to Misha or whomever, right? It's like, oh, okay, good. I didn't even know where my bow. I don't even know where my bow is right now. So,
that's good. Yeah.
so Misha, are you and Justin shooting?
I am shooting on Friday.
I still
Okay.
got to choose a time. I asked these two what time they were shooting, so I could shoot at the same time as them. Okay.
Justin's shooting
Right.
Friday. I'm going to try to be there Saturday to shoot.
Saturday's the big show. Saturday's when it's the busiest, and you get more in a groove, I find, on the Saturday. If you're downstairs and you're shooting, the groove just starts happening. Next thing you know, you've shot 60 arrows, and you're like, oh, we're all done, and adding it up and things like that.
Well, the other thing for me is I just, I'm a chatterbox, and I like to talk to people. So I just
be there all day.
I'll go there. I'll talk to like Carl Dorner. I'll talk to Peter and all these guys I don't get to see very often. Obviously, Levy's always a guy I talk to. So
I'll be
and
back.
Then people I haven't seen for a while since last year's paper indoor stuff, and it's one of the things. Because of the way the sport is, you have some time just to kind of stand around or sit around because you're either waiting for your next shoot, or if you've done well enough, you're waiting to get into the shoot up. So you get some time to chat. So I do like I do love that part of it, the social part of it. It is
yeah, for sure. And that's my job. I walk around and talk with people, waiting for a fire to happen, and then my job is to go put that fire out. Okay, what do we need to change? Or they're changed. They're at halftime downstairs. Okay, let everybody know. Let the people in the kitchen know that they could be expecting a rush come up and things like that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And usually I don't make the top 16, so I'll ask Gilles if he needs help doing taking targets down and what have you when the shoot up starts. So
Yep.
I usually do that. And
it's funny, right? Because there's people just step in and help.
Yeah.
People like Sean McKinty. He always runs the shoot up. Does a great job at it, and it's just run really, really well. So it's like he's barking out names. You and you, but one. You and you, but two, and it just starts happening and flowing. It's a long thing we all want out of there.
Yeah, and
So
he calls out scores, and it's very exciting. I know when Valerie made the shoot up the one year, she just had a blast. So
mhm.
uh, you know, but that lady is super competitive. So
Well, you know what? It's if you make the top 16, um, it doesn't take much. I don't mean it lightheartedly. It doesn't take much to go to the next round.
yeah.
One or two mistakes by your opponent,
Mhm.
and maybe one arrow that went in that might have not normally gone in, and you're on to the next round. You're like, what?
Yeah,
What? To beat them? Oh, that's not possible. So,
I think she missed out. She was in the top 8, and I think she missed out by 1. And
mhm,
actually, no, it was a shootout between her and I don't remember the other lady, but they had to do it closest to the center, and I think
yeah,
Val lost by like a millimeter or something.
right.
Or so
Yes,
yeah, like that's the kind of that it, even though it's a charity shoot and it's fun, it's still like super exciting. Like if you know,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yep.
So
We've had all kinds of cool shooters over the years from world champions Deep Martrillis and Christopher Perkins,
wow,
to Olympians Crispin Duenas and Jeff Hooman, one of the best bow hunter shooters in the states for years and years and years, comes up to it. So
wow.
Andrew Fagan quite often shoots at. I haven't looked at the list at all right now, but these guys throw down world class scores,
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch these guys
It is.
go through it
Mm.
and shoot well.
Yeah, even if you don't
Yeah.
like paper, it's a fun event.
Hmm.
Well, I'll try to
It
get
is a
up
fun event.
Saturday then, because
Yeah.
it's about like an hour and 40-ish minutes for me from home to get there. So I'd rather do that Saturday during the day than Friday at night.
Well, the thing is, like Friday, yeah, you get to shoot, and it's like Chris was saying, there's not a lot of I, I,
A
I was
lot of
gonna say,
going on. Like it's
yeah,
just guys
yeah,
that come out, they just want to
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say voyeurs, but that's like that's not the
Yeah,
word
yeah.
I'm looking for.
But the Saturday noon is the line to shoot. The guys and gals that shoot that and make the shoot off, they're warmed up, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
And when the shoot off starts at 2 o'clock, we uh we do the ladies first. The ladies shoot off first. We always have a guest speaker. We haven't nailed down the guest speaker yet this year. I'm working on a couple leads, but
Hmm.
we'll see what we get. And the guest speakers change all the time from people that have been through breast cancer to sometimes we'll get a doctor or a surgeon in that, or an oncologist of some sort, or the nursing staff that come in and talk to us. Um, we always have somebody that chats with us about that stuff. So
Yeah.
that's always been a part of it since we started running it solo at the shop for 19 years. So we've always had somebody in as a guest speaker. So yeah, we're always keeping our ears open and eyes open, and see who we can get in, or who would like to come in and talk with us. So,
Nice.
Well, it's like the thing too is like it's touched everyone, right? Like breast cancer. So like there's nobody, even out of the 4 of us, I could probably think of at least 3 people I know, right? And
mm,
yeah, so it's
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. And you might not even know that some of these people have been through it already. They're just
yeah.
on with their lives again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the impact on their lives with this thing. So, and
Yeah,
it's, yeah,
and their families,
yeah,
right? And their
Mhm.
their partners and their
yeah.
kids and their possibly parents or cousins or relatives or friends. Um, that impacts a lot going on too. If anybody's been involved with that, it's hard on the support staff too. It's definitely not as hard as the person that's going through it, but the support staff that's out there, your close support staff is huge. But then when you get into facility, like the Waterloo Wellington Breast Center, and you see the support that's there. I know when my wife was there, she was blown away at how organized, how good they were, how they make you feel at home there. You're not just a number; they're not just pushing you through to the next one and the next one and the next one. She really really felt welcomed there, and I think that's a testament to the facilities that we have, and the people that the facilities are one thing, but the people that run the facilities, that's just a whole different game. So
Hmm.
it makes a big difference.
So, after the shoot's over, what stays with you the most?
Whew. It is overwhelming. once the shoot is done, we usually try and go out for food. And we used to go to Crossroads in Elmira, but that was one of the first victims of COVID.
Mm.
Now we end up going to sushi, and we all go out and we just have some food and some laughs and what have you. Um, that night is pretty low key. It's, when you go to an archery shoot and you come home and you've shot 40 arrows and you're absolutely gassed and you got nothing left in the tank. I don't talk about running one. I mean, you're just a shooter. And you're just gassed, and your wife or your partner or your kids are like, "Come on, let's go do something." They're like, "No, I can't even think straight." That's what it ends up on that Saturday night. Is quite often is like, "Nope, I just want to stare off into space." I have I'm a very social guy. I get lots of texts. I talk with all kinds of people. I answer one text on Sunday, and that is from Rachel. Rachel looks after all the money, and she sends me a message with, how much the final tally is. By the time she figures it all out Monday or Sunday, sorry, and she has all the numbers in from the Waterloo Region Health Network. That's the only text I answer that day. I don't answer any phone calls. I don't Facebook message. No, I don't exist that day. It is my day to just sit back, reflect. We may go take the dogs for a walk or do something, but I don't interact with anybody. My social battery gets drained pretty well at the shoot, lovingly so, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But that Sunday, I don't do a single thing with anybody else other than my immediate family, and then I'll make a post usually Sunday night, Sunday afternoon when Rachel finally gets back to me with the numbers. But it's a relief when that part's all said and done, and that we're we get to report back to everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And so, I guess, how does the organization work? So is it you, Rachel, and
Andrew.
Andrew?
Yep. And
Okay.
Gilles been with us from day one. Gilles doesn't do much of the hands-on stuff anymore, but he's always there as a great support. He comes in and runs the line, does whatever we need with him. He's great to have around. Yeah, it's just the three of us that do it. And,
Wow.
I think I spoke about it last time when we talked that nothing would make me happier or prouder than other people doing the same thing, whether it's indoors, whether it's outdoors, whatever it might be. If the club in Sault Ste. Marie or the club in Ottawa or, places that are, farther away from us, did stuff like this. When we first started out, we did all our donations through CIBC Run for Our Cure. And then we got involved with Waterloo Grand River Hospital at the time. Now it's Waterloo Region Health Network, and it's a group of 4 or 5 hospitals. And when we switched to them, our lives got immensely easier. They look after all the receipts. They look after all the swag. They look after all the advertising that we want. Anything that we get, we have, like I said, Trevor and Zoe from there that are awesome with us. And whoever else, we've had other people throughout the years. And they make it easier. Now, every region has a health network attached to their local hospitals. Again, like if it's Ottawa and somebody in Ottawa wanted to run some sort of charity shoot, they just get together with their local hospital and they get that all set up. And then it's easy, very easy. That's what these people do all the time, and it's their job is
Right.
fundraising and looking after that type of stuff. So we don't have to worry about any receipts, any of that stuff. It just they look after it, and it's just a godsend to have.
That's great. It's fantastic, man. Holy crap. It's just such a, again, it's really easy to kind of, it's easy to show up for those 2 days, and like from a competitor point of view, it's easy to show, but I don't know. I guess, what do you carry after this? Like like you said, on Sunday, it's kind of, but do you think of the impact you're having, and
That's what Sunday is for me.
yeah, okay. So you reflect on that and
I reflect on it Sunday. That's why I don't talk to anybody.
gotcha.
Nothing.
Yeah. And is there any moment, in the 20 years that kind of stands out to you?
Ooh, I wish I could replay it all back through my head. Yeah, there's some there's some moments that have been, when sometimes we get a speaker, a guest speaker up there, that's fairly fresh, fairly new to this whole thing. And I remember when we had Ashley speak after she had her breast cancer and everything, and all the surgeries and everything was done. We introduced her, and I said, you want me to stick around? She's like, oh yeah, yeah, and it was, that was amazing. And, when I had my wife up there 2 years ago, same thing. She went through all that. We've had so many people over the years that have been impacted by this, and it's the I shouldn't say it's the little stuff, because there's not little stuff with this, but it's the moments when I look at a young person, a young lady that's at the shoot, that's come to shoot with her mom or dad, or just by herself possibly, and the part that gets me is, our hope is that someday we don't have to do this anymore, and that little girl doesn't have to even think about breast cancer. Um, that probably gets me when I look at the younger people and go, wow, they have their whole lives ahead of them, and if we can help their mother, their grandmother, their aunt, their sister, their neighbor, whatever, if we can help them even a little bit, I think that's a huge step. And again, the main goal is that you never have to, they may never have to go through this. And if there's, if a cure can be found, or the proper scanning equipment, helps detect early detection of stuff. So, but yeah, the moments over the years are one big reel that just plays through my head. Hey, you remember when this? Hey, you remember when that? Yeah, yeah, all that is a reel that plays that whole day.
Yeah, it's so awesome, like I said, I look forward to, and hopefully these two guys show up too. But we look forward to shooting the event. I know it's just to remind everybody, it's happening February 6th and 7th. If you want to support the Boob shoot or Canadian Archers for a Cause, we'll put all the links in our bios and in our socials.
Yeah, we have the QR code through signing up for registration.
Yep.
We are Grand River Hospital Foundation changed to Waterloo Regional Health Network. They have a name change and a bunch of different changes, so we don't have our button yet. But if they're capable of doing that again, we usually have a button right on their page that you can just click on, and you can make whatever donation you want. And we do that at the shoot. People pay for all kinds of stuff that way too. And if they just want to donate money, they can do it through that button. So we're hoping we get that button up and running. We're chatting with them right now to make sure hopefully that can happen.
Awesome. And okay, Chris, thanks for that. And that's a wrap,
Thanks,
boys.
Ray.
Let's
Thanks. We look forward to you guys showing up, and the more pink, the better. If you don't have something pink, well, we'll hook you up. Yeah, and we look forward to seeing everybody there, and even people that don't want to shoot, or that don't shoot. Bring them out. Come on out and look around, have some lunch, and it's a good time to be there. It's a good time to check out the shop, and and all that they do for us, and see some good shooting on. And the shoot downs are worth hanging around for and watching there. Or the shoot ups, I should say. They're a lot of fun to watch.
it's an absolute blast for sure.
Oh,
Yes.
it is a blast. I'm excited this year. Amanda's coming.
Awesome.
So I'm going to shoot Friday. That's my goal, is to shoot Friday.
Yeah.
And then I can talk to everyone on the Saturday.
Mingle around.
And then Amanda's coming on Friday and Saturday. So
Good. Well, we'll be there, and hopefully weather holds up for us, and we have a good turnout, and yeah. And one more thing I want to put in there, if anybody has any draw prizes that they'd like to donate, doesn't have to be archery related. We've had all kinds of stuff over the years from Milwaukee products. Our good friend Jim, he always hits up his rep for something Milwaukee, or he's had his electrical people bring up stuff. We've had all kinds of stuff donated over the years. Of course, we love archery stuff, but anything. We were talking with Dylan the other day, and Dylan's going to donate a couple free haircuts. So
nice.
some of his services, or some other type of service. I forget what he said. It might just be a gift certificate for a set amount of money if you want your hair colored or whatever. Guys like that are, they do that type of stuff too. So that helps us out, and that makes the draw table, fill up, and there's all kinds of different stuff available for that.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I got one person I can ask. I'll ask him if he's
No worries.
he's
No
interested.
worries.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Thanks again, Chris.
Thanks,
Really appreciate
gentlemen. I can't wait to see
Thank you,
you on the
Chris.
6th and 7th.
it. Alrighty.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See you there.
Bye now.
I'm Justin Harrison. You can find me on Instagram at Justy_785 or on Facebook. Just look up Justin Harrison.
I'm Misha Corso. You can find me on Instagram at Misha Corso. And if you're looking for some great bow hunting and sport shooting merch, look up Stray Sons Archery on Instagram. The link to our Shopify is in our bio.
I'm Chris LaFleur. If you want to find us, the show is Letdown Podcast on Spotify and YouTube. And on Instagram and Facebook, you can find us at the Letdown Podcast. Catch you next time. This was the Letdown. Thank you for listening. This was the Letdown.